tomorrow will be better. Here's another question still within mathematics and geometry. We are given this information as so. Of course, no need to say find y. Follow me, dear friends. Solution. Now let us analyze the data on the board. We have a circle of center O, and then this is a radius here, another radius, and another one here. We are given just this angle and we need to find this. This is how to analyze this kind of problem. Notice that if we can denote a bigger triangle from here as A, B, C, then you will realize that if we have angle Y, already we have this angle here which is 90 degrees. How do we know? Because a chord meeting a diameter makes an angle of 90 degrees, okay? So this angle here, this 90 degrees, and then this angle sustained by A should sum up to 180, okay? So the target here is to find this angle here because we already know this. If we can know this, then we can find this, all right? So basically this is the target, to find this angle. Now, how are we going to find this angle? Notice something again here. If this is a radius and this is another radius, therefore these two angles here must be equal because these two sides are equal, all right? But in order to find this angle here, we need this other angle here, which we can call x if you want. All right, so let's begin from here, x. We will say 110 plus x has to give us 180. And why this? Because this is a straight line. An angle formed or sustained by a straight line is 180, okay? So from here you can just deduce that x is going to be equal to, how do I find x here again? I just carry all of this and I send it to the left, okay? If I do this, I'm going to have that 180, which was already on the right side. Be careful, when 110 goes to the right, it becomes negative. Very good. Negative 10, negative 110. This means our x is going to be equal to 70 degrees. Now that we have our x, what do we do with this information? This x degrees here, plus this and then plus this should sum up to 180. Now that we have x, I'm going to substitute it here by its value and write here 70 degrees. Now, let's call this, I don't know, maybe A. And this should be A, okay? So we would say also A plus A and then plus 70 should give us 180 degrees, all right? So if you're okay with this, this means what is A plus A? It's not A squared, dear friends. It's 2A. A mango plus another mango, two mangoes, okay? So this gives us 2A plus 70 is equal to 180 degrees. Now, what do I do here to make A the subject? I simply send whatever doesn't have A to the other side of the equality sign. And be careful when it crosses, it becomes negative, all right? So to the left, I'll have 2A, which is equal to 180 minus 70 degrees, okay, degrees. This means 2A is equal to what here we will have 110 again, all right? And to find A at this point, dear friends, we divide both sides by 2. It's no longer the square root because this time around, 2 here is a coefficient of A. All right, it's a factor with A. So to separate them, we're going to do the opposite of what brought them together. And what brought them together was multiplication. All right, if we have 2A, it was 2 times A. So we have now to divide both sides by 2 and have this. This means A is going to be equal to 55 degrees. All right, now what do we do with this value of A? If this is 55 degrees, I'm going to replace it right away. 55 degrees and then here 55 degrees. Now we have 55 degrees, 90 degrees here, and then Y. So we would say also, it's good to make such statements, 55 degrees plus 90 degrees here and plus Y should give us 180 degrees. Okay, 55 degrees plus 90 plus Y should give us this. This means Y alone will be on the left and I send everything else to the right side. So here plus minus 55 and then minus 90 degrees. Of course, you could always simplify it here before sending it to the right, okay? This means y is going to be equal to 180 degrees minus, now what's 55 minus this gives us 145 degrees, all right? Okay, so at this point we just do the subtraction and then we have our y degree. So what is 180 minus this? This gives us 35 degrees, and this is the value for y. And it does make sense because looking at it, if this is 90 and this is already 55, this can only be 35, so that all of this three angles will sum up to 180 degrees. And this is how simple it is, because tomorrow will surely be better.